It's 6 o'clock. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Madison County Board of Commissioners agenda setting meeting for January 4th, 2021, 6 p.m. In the future, we'll be standing for the pledge. Just what I'm accustomed to. It's not on tonight's agenda. So I don't think y'all do that now, do you?
We haven't with the online meetings.
Okay.
Before that.
So I'll just go into the chairman's report. Well, there's not much to report. Today's the first day. Yeah, I got about 8 or 9 hours under my belt so far. But I'll give you a brief overview of what's been happening over the past several weeks. First off, I've got to thank Chairman Scarlett. This transaction was very smooth. He went above and beyond to make my next 4 years very pleasant, or at least to the best that it could be. He provided every bit of information and information actually that I wasn't even aware that needed to have. And again, I want to thank him for everything he done. I know Zach's over there writing, so he done a very good job. Also tonight, I want to welcome Dennis Adams and Terry Chandler, new Board of Commissioners. I think the county is going to be well served with these two. I look forward to the next 4 years working with Brian and Teresa and Derek and Denny and Terry. I think Madison County has a pretty bright future. I will say to the people of Madison County, I may be the very first chairman ever to be elected with a budget in the black, which makes my life a little bit better, and it'll also in turn make the Madison County residents' life a little bit better. Something to note, myself and Kathy and every department head has met on the 2021 budget. As of now, it is completed. You should be receiving an email tomorrow. If you haven't already received one, it will have the 2021 budget in it. What I would like to do is, now that the department heads has got it, I would like to schedule a public hearing for the budget overview on Thursday, January 14th at 6 p.m. We'll also run this in the paper to finalize the budgets. It'll give us an opportunity to, I can promise you it's been scrutinized. I brought one with me if you'd like to see all the red markings in it. Madison County's future really does look bright. There's a lot of contributing factors on this. It was from the prior administration. It was with local businesses that came into town, contributed greatly. As bad as COVID is for each and every one of us and our families, it was an attribute to the budget for this year also. Now, as far as anything else with the chairman's report, that's about my 9 hours right there. Zach, I greatly appreciate you being here. I don't have anything else. Does anybody have any questions for me before we move into tonight's hearing and actions on the zoning matters?
Brad Huff.
Oh, yes. So I have a recommendation to hire Brad Huff to fill the position of the Assistant Director at the Rec Department. He has submitted, this was submitted by Shelley Palm, the Rec Department Director, Darrell Woods. From my understanding, last week interviews, the process took place, and I think Mr. Huff is the one that worked out best in the interview process. I wasn't in on this. I was made aware of it this morning. You have his resume in front of you. It was sent to Shelley today for the the January 25th meeting. Would be the night that you'll vote to hire him, or to vote tonight to hire him, and then his start date.
Just discussing it.
Okay, just discussing it now. So if anybody has any questions, please contact myself or Ms. Parham for any other updates on Mr. Brad Huff.
Can we ask questions now? Or
Sure.
not? Okay.
I just don't know
We'll
much
have
of the
any
answers,
answers.
I just received it today.
Okay. I just wanted to know if others were interviewed. So-
Yes, others were interviewed, and I don't know how many.
Somebody said 7
Okay.
was the number I heard, there were 7 interviews, I wasn't in on the
Okay.
process, I think.
Okay, yeah, well, I can surely,
Yeah,
certainly, okay. Thank you.
no problem. All right. First hearing tonight is for Shelley Leitner, is representing Judd Farrell in the request to rezone his 1.8 acre parcel from B to R1. The property is located on Wesley Chapel Road on map 23, parcel 127 in District 1. That's you, Lamar.
That's me. Good evening, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. We've already read the rezone request. I'll just tell you that the vote of the Planning and Zoning Commission was a vote of 6-0 to recommend approval of this rezone request.
Was there any opposition or any in favor of this rezone? Thank you. Hearing the rezone, hearing the planning and zoning's request, I would ask a motion to approve or deny Ms. Sherry Leitner's rezone. Denny?
Make a motion to approve.
I have a motion. Motion approved by Denny, second by Terry. Ms. Teresa?
That was
Yes.
just a motion.
Okay, yes. Are we voting?
Yes,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Four.
I'm motion second, no discussion, you just,
Yes.
okay, I'm just trying to make sure I'm in.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm
Just trying to make sure.
It's just what I was accustomed to, I apologize. Once I get a motion and a second, I just go around the table, but, again, if you wanna stop for discussion, I have no problem with it.
Two more votes. We still haven't voted yet.
Yes.
Yes.
And just, I think the chairman did call for public comment, he did it kind of quickly there.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, I got that.
I wasn't sure Ronnie got it,
Yeah,
okay.
I got it. It was,
All right. Ken, number 2, second one on the list tonight is Ken Scoville is requesting to rezone his 7.83 acres property from A1 to RR to combine with his adjoining property where he lives. The property is located off Lim Edwards Road on Morris Creek Drive on map 47, parcel 85A in District 5. Mr. Houston.
The vote of the Planning and Zoning Commission was a vote of 6-0 to recommend approval of this rezone request, and there was no opposition to it.
Thank you, Mr. Houston. Any questions or comments from the board before I move forward?
Offer the audience opportunity to.
Yeah. Was there any opposition on this request? None. Anyone here tonight speak in favor of or opposition of? Hearing none. Oh, you okay?
I guess I should.
Sure.
I don't know if I need to, but I am Ken Scoville. So if you have any questions for me directly, I'll be happy to answer. If not, I'm in favor.
Thank you, sir.
Any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right.
That'll work.
All right, any questions from the board or comments? Hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve or deny Mr. Scoville's request.
In District 5, I'll, make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Do I have a motion and a second by Derek and Teresa on the second? All in favor? Y'all go around the table, never mind. Terry?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I'll figure this out for long. So in the city, we don't do it this way. Where I came from, it was just a motion to approve, motion to deny, open first, second, and then it went around the table. Yes.
Sure.
We didn't do it in order,
Yeah.
so a little uncomfortable, but that's okay.
No, you're fine. You're doing great.
So motion carries to approve. Thank you, sir. Number 3 on the agenda is Amy Dowell in request to rezone 1.86 acres for her 11.86 acres property from A1 to R2 to give her niece future home site. Property is located on Brickyard Road on map 84, parcel 45 in District 5. Mr. Houston?
The vote of the Planning and Zoning Commission was 5-1 to recommend approval of this rezone request. There was no opposition to the, rezone request.
Thank you, Mr. Houston. Any questions or comments from the public? Anybody speak in opposition or favor of? Hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve or deny Ms. Dowell's request.
Make a motion to approve.
A motion to approve by Derek, second by Brian. Ms. Madison?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Number 4, Joshua Pruitt is representing Anita Evans in her request to rezone approximately 2 acres of her 4.9 acres parcel from A2 to RR. The remaining 2.9 acres will be combined with the adjacent property. The property is located on Evans Drive on map 52, parcel 123 in District 2. Mr. Houston?
And the vote of the Planning and Zoning Commission was a vote of 6-0 to recommend approval of this rezone request. There was no opposition spoken.
Thank you. Is anyone here tonight to speak in opposition or approval of? Hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve or deny Mr. Pruitt's rezone request.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve this rezone request as presented.
Have a motion by Terry, do I have a second?
A second.
Second by Dennis. Brian?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All in favor? Motion carries. Thank you. Number 5, Eugene Knight is representing Deborah Hanson in her request to rezone 2.4 acres to give her nephew to add to his adjacent property. The property is located on Devil Slayton Road on map 102, parcel 33 in District 4. Mr. Houston?
This, rezone request is, for this 2.4 acres, which is currently A1, to be, rezoned to A2.
Okay.
And the vote of the Planning and Zoning Commission was a vote of 6-0 to recommend approval of the rezone request, and there were no one speaking in opposition to it.
Thank you, Mr. Houston. Anyone here tonight to speak in favor of or opposition to this request? Hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve or deny.
I make a motion to approve.
A motion by Brian. Second by Teresa Bettis. Mr. Doster?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you very much. Ned Butler, well, actually, you might want to fill us in on this one, because I don't have it, but, so Ned Butler with Reliant Homes, has withdrawn his request for tonight's rezone. I don't know if y'all saw it, everybody got that in an email.
I was out of town, so.
Oh, okay. The
I
64.4.
got back in town about 3 minutes ago.
No, I'm sorry. Ned Butler with Reliant Homes, he has withdrawn his the request to rezone 64.419 of the Woodbury subdivision. So moving on, number 7, Adam Swan, which is 7 and 8, will conduct them both together. He also is requesting to postpone his rezone until the February meeting.
As it is right now, February.
That'll conclude the planning and zoning portion of this meeting. Thank you, Mr. Houston. Thank you. Thank you, young lady. Statements and remarks from citizens on tonight's agenda. Does anybody have anything they would like to bring before us before we move into new business? All right, hearing none, new business. Consider authorizing payments on vacation leave in excess of 240 hours in the year of 2020 due to reduced staff with COVID-19 pandemic. Is everybody aware of this? If not, I'll give you what I know about it.
I need more information.
Okay. we had some employees, for instance, the election ladies, that were not able to burn off time, due to the fact of, at most of the past 2 months, 3 months, they were on a day-by-day state mandated deal. They never knew what was coming until the next day. They were all scared to take off because they was ready to come up short. It's not a lot of employees. I don't have a complete number. I want to say it's like 7 different employees.
Yeah, it's less than 10.
Yeah, it's less than 10. That's asking for this to happen so they don't lose it. I think John was in favor of it. I'm in favor of it based on the situation and based on the amount of employees. This is a one-time deal. The way I think Mike had drawn this up is it was strictly for this year. It will not roll over from year to year. This is a one-time deal.
Yeah, just, you're not amending policy, just authorizing an exception to policy for this 1 year due to both the election and I think there were some COVID absences that, you know, people just couldn't take vacation because other people were out either quarantined or sick. So yeah, this would just authorize a payout for any hours in excess of 240 as of the end of 2020.
Okay.
And that way it doesn't
So it's
go
paying them
forward.
for the vacation they didn't take.
Just paying out for that vacation time. Okay.
Yeah, anything in excess of 240. I don't think anybody's carrying more than about 30 or 40 hours in this buyback. Like, most of them were really trying to burn it, and they just ran out of time. There's no 100 hours out there that we have to pay somebody for, no.
Do we have an overall order of magnitude of the expense?
Financial, Kathy did not have the numbers when I asked her directly, but she said it was very minimal because of the hours and the 7 people. This, like I say, this was something that was done prior to me until today when I saw it on the agenda. And we worked on budget stuff all day. I would probably say less than 150 hours is the total number.
And if it helps, we already talked to the auditor and they're fine with this too, as long as it's approved by the board.
Good point.
Any other questions on this particular agenda item? If hearing none, I'll have to ask for a motion to approve or deny.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Ms. Bettis, second by Mr. Kurt. Lost count. Back to Danny.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion carries, thank you.
And then Chair, just follow up with an email based on the budget number,
No problem.
I'm not opposed to it, I'm just,
Yes,
like,
I always want to know where you stand, don't blame me. Road updates, again, today being the first day, I don't have much on road updates. I did meet with Alan today, and we were honestly trying to line out what the beginning of the year was going to look like. I did not get any previous updates. Urgent matters, I know of none at this point, other than, you may be aware of this too, Zach, COVID, it ended December 31st, our COVID pay, is that correct?
Coming from the state?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And that's sort of an urgent matter, but there's nothing we can do about it yet. As of, and I spoke with Rhonda earlier, if an employee comes in as of right now and says, hey, I've got COVID, I'd have to send you home on sick time until we get more information from the state. I would think, I would only be assuming when I say that, I would think there is probably going to be something, I just don't know when, where, or how much. Any questions on urgent matters? Hearing none. Executive session to discuss real estate acquisitions, personal matters, or any potential litigations.
I don't have anything, sir.
Anybody else? Hearing none, I'd ask for a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
I have a motion. I have a second by Ms. Bettis. Terry?
Good.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
Playing around here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike's like, let's get my hat before he changes his mind.
So I did speak briefly, about changing the ordinance a little bit of how we do things. I'm more of a work session type person.